perpetual love. This radical perpetual love. We join the world in singing, healing, connecting. This radical perpetual love. This radical perpetual love. We join the world in singing, healing, connecting. This radical perpetual love. This radical perpetual love. We join the world in singing, healing, connecting. This radical perpetual love. This radical perpetual love. We join the world in singing, healing, connecting. This radical perpetual love. This radical perpetual love. We join the world in singing, healing, connecting. This radical perpetual love. This radical perpetual love. Join the world in singing. We join the world in singing, healing, connecting. This radical perpetual love. This radical perpetual love. We join the world in singing, healing, connecting. This radical perpetual love. This radical perpetual love. This radical perpetual love. This radical perpetual love.
Lesson B. I just need to tell you something about this chant. Because it came in a couple of months ago when I was walking at Lepauli, and I thought, oh, that's how we're going to walk in. But I had no idea how much we need that chant right now with what's happening. People are afraid to connect. They need to heal. And we can do that through song.
Yes.
And this virus is radical, but our love is radical. And this virus will run its course, but our love is perpetual. Our love will outlast this virus. Yes? Okay, beautiful. So, as those of you know who've been with us before, this is the Sacred Earth Choir. And our band. And our magic Earth Beauty. Most of you probably can't see this, but right behind all of these flowers and underneath all the crystals are dolphins swimming. We got the whole ocean round in here too. So as we sing, many of you know this too, you're welcome to join in. There are a lot of chants that loop. This very first song probably won't be one that you'll be able to. It's in our amazing Hawaiian language, the language of these lands. And it is literally an invitation to sing, called the Oli Kono. Kono is an invitation, and Oli is the song. So an invitation to sing. So we put this song out as an invitation to sing the rest of the concert, because this one will be a little bit too hard probably to join in on. But that's what we've been with tonight, the Oli Kono. And it's also something that was brought to our choir by Saber Kapa, that amazing, amazing queen of Hawaiian teachings. And she came to the choir, she saw us at a gathering, and she said, I want to sing with you. And so I want you to learn this chant, we'll sing it together. And so that happened! Woo! So now imagine that she's here with us. I look like this now, though. What can you do? So this next song comes from my gatherings at Singing Alive. Some of you maybe know of that incredible song gathering that happens in many places now. And I've been going every year for the last 6 years, and songs come back with me. And this is one of those songs from my friend Samara Jade. And it's called the Lovin' Song. The very first part is tune in, listen. She's singing us a love song. So this is about really listening to the earth and really recognizing how much she holds us and cares for us. Hi, Maria. Hi, Lila. Hi. Welcome back.
To be
a love song. Tune in, listen.
Water for Mama. This next song, because now we've tuned in and we're listening, and then we get to really feel. This song came when I was sitting up on the cliffs at Lepauli, my favorite wilderness on this island. I was about to watch the full moon rise. So she hadn't quite come up yet. And it's dusk, so you can still see everything. And the wind was gently moving the trees. And it was gentle. And all of a sudden I had this really visceral experience of the trees breathing. Like they were actually breathing. I was like, whoa, you breathe air. Like, I don't know why that was a revelation for me. And then I'm watching the whales play, and they're having a great time out there. And all of a sudden, I could feel in my body that they were singing. I couldn't actually hear them, but I could literally feel it in my body. I was like, oh, they're singing right now. And then the third thing was, before the moon even came up over the horizon, I could feel her sending peace ahead of her arrival. It was like it was arriving before I could even see her, this blanket of peace coming from the moon. So those are the three things that we sing through in this. And in between all of those, we literally just sway with the feeling of it, like, oh, 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 oh. So you're welcome to oh with us. This song is called I Feel.
Songs of astounding beauty. Oh.
imagine sitting on the cliffs at Lepa'uli and hearing that song? That's how songs come. I don't sit down and write them. I actually hear them. It's like someone else is singing them, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll sing that. This next song came when I was down at the water's edge, at Lepa'uli again. And it was a day where all of the elements were wildly magnified. The sun was like, and the air was so pure and extraordinary. And the water, the color of the water, the movement of the water was just so amazing. And the earth herself was so alive. And I thought, I really need to sing an element chant, and I need it to be in the Hawaiian language right now. And I started going through the songs that I've learned in the Hawaiian language, and I could not find an element chant inside me. And instead, what happened was, this song came. So it's very simple and short. It's the Hawaiian words for the 4 elements. So try these elements, and I want you to feel them in your body. First is the fire. Ahi. Ahi. Feel that fire inside your body. Ahi. Ahi. And then comes this one. Ea, ea. Ea, ea. What might that be? Air. There. Ea, ea. And then comes vai. Vai. Yes, and the vai, imagine you're getting splashed under a waterfall. Vai. Vai. And then honua. 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 Our amazing earth. So those 4 words for those elemental voices. And then comes the chorus, which is ho'ala. Ho'ala. Ho. Ho. Ho'ala. Ho'ala. Ho. Ho. Ho'ala is to awaken, and ho is again and again and again. So this earth, these elements are calling us continually to reawaken, reawaken, reawaken. So join us if you want in this chant. It's one of those chants that's like, it's got some Yes, you are gorgeous. I hope you know that. Tunnels are really fun. Did you know that? When you're a little kid, tunnels are incredibly fun. What's that? So, this is another song that came to me through a friend at Singing Alive, one of the Singing Alive offshoots. Her name is Barbara McAfee, and this is about listening to the songs that are all around us in the earth. There are songs in the soil, and the rivers, and trees, and the ears of your heart can hear them. Isn't that beautiful? Yes. The ears of your heart can hear them. And some come alive in the meeting of eyes when you take the time to see them. Isn't that a beautiful line? When you take the time to see them. And then the chorus, if you want to sing with us on that. I will listen to the deeper story, and I will see how life is going to move in me. Here we go.
There are songs in the soil and the rivers and trees, and the ears of your heart can hear them. And some come alive in the meeting of eyes when you take the time to see them. And I will listen to the deeper story, and I will see how life's gonna move in me. I will listen to the deeper story, and I will see how life's gonna move in me. There's songs in the bones won't leave me alone, calling for creation, and some that ride on the whispering wind, seeking incarnation. And I will listen to the deeper story, and I will see how life's gonna move in me. And I will listen to the deeper story, and I will see how life's gonna move in me. There are songs in the soil and the rivers and trees, and the ears of your heart can hear them. And some come alive in the meeting of eyes when you take the time to see them. And I will listen to the deeper story, and I will see how life's gonna move in me. And I will listen to the deeper story, and I will see how life's gonna move in me. Your songs in my bones won't leave me alone, calling for creation, and some that ride on the whispering wind, seeking incarnation. And I will listen to the deeper story, and I will see how life's gonna move in me. And I will listen to the deeper story, and I will see how life's gonna move in me.
This next chant goes back to that extraordinary Hawaiian language, and the pathway of this chant is really, really amazing. In China, there's a teacher named Master Sha. Some of you maybe know who that is. Spiritual teacher. And he had this vision that if there was one chant that was translated into all the languages of the world and was sung in each country in their own language, but the same chant, the world would change. I know. Isn't that a gorgeous, amazing image? So he put it into motion. So this chant came through him. It's very short and beautiful. And then he sent it out onto the world to be translated in different countries. And the title of it is Love, Peace, Harmony. So when it came to the Hawaiian Islands, it actually came through someone that maybe some of you know, Pu'amana, on this island. She brought it to our kumu, Nathan Kalama, and he translated it into the Hawaiian language. So the lineage of this chant coming from China being translated through Nathan Kalama into the language of these islands also feels really extraordinary to me, because here we are on Kauai, where he lives and where his halau is, and his people who've studied with him as well. So this song, maybe when we come to the very end, the last three words, if you want to join with us, the other words are a little more dense, but try this. Aloha. Aloha. Maluhia. 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 This is the word for peace. And lokahi. Lokahi. Which is the word for harmony or unity. Lokahi. So the first, even though I'm not going to try and teach you all the words, I just want to share with you what is being sung. Because the first line is calling in love for yourself. How often do we forget to take care of ourselves? E aloha mai. Mai is the directional. Ia for yourself. The second one sends it out everywhere. E aloha kakoa. Pau. Kako is to all, and then pau means completely. You just send it out completely. And the third line is e pili mai pu'uvai. We join our hearts. Pu'uvai. And then the last is the three words. Aloha, maluhia, lokahi. So here we go. And I also just want to say bless Pu'amana for bringing this to me, because this chant is amazing. And she's a friend of mine, and she said, Daniel, bring this to your choir. So imagine that chant in languages all over the world. We are actually joining something that's been going for a while, because this chant was sent out many years ago, and it's been translated into more than 100 languages. if you want to go to the website, there's actually a website that's lovepeaceharmony.org. And they have the chant there, and it will tell you how many countries are already singing this. Wow. What a world we're creating. So, now we come into a really beautiful, sweet song that many of you probably already know. This is from an incredible song duo named Muse, who live in California. And this song came through Singing Live, but it's out there in the world in many ways. And it's called Power of Kindness. So as you pick up the chorus, just start singing with us, because we're about to get into the power of kindness. But first of all, you have to come into the feeling in your body. Ooh. Ooh, I believe. Ooh, I believe. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness.
Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness.
There we are, we landed. Oh. That car agreed with us. Did you do that? They're on YouTube. Ma, like M-A, Muse, M-U-S-E. As many of you know, this choir began 10 years ago. This man right here and his amazing partner, Shauna Carroll, brought together a choir to do ongoing offerings. We had come together to sing an offering that Shauna had written for the world called Goddess Chant, that is a celebration of the Divine Feminine. And we did that. We made that offering, and then it ended. And Tom and Shauna came to me and a few others and said, we really want to keep this choir going and do monthly offerings of other music as well as what we've been singing. And so they did. They brought this choir together, and we've been together ever since. So this is what's come out of that birthing. And several years ago, Tom and Shauna, because of Shauna's health with her Parkinson's, felt like they couldn't keep it going anymore, and the choir just said, we're going to keep singing. So we shifted our name, and we have kept going, and now look, Tom's back playing with us. So this next chant goes back to our roots, and some of you maybe know and maybe don't know, but in the fall, Shauna decided that it was time for her to go live in another realm. So she left this planetary realm, except that she didn't really leave. She's still completely here with us. And so this is one of her songs. We're going back to our foundation with Shauna, and this is an extraordinary song that really was her life. It's called Servant to the Mother. And she was an extraordinary in service to this planet, and a priestess for the divine feminine. And so this is her offering to that, her life. And we get to bring it here now into this space. Mahalo, Shauna. Wow. So we have a couple more songs for you, and this one is really short and sweet. And the words come from Meister Eckhart. Maybe some of you know that teacher. It's one line, and it's this. Try these words. If the only prayer you ever said was thank you,
if the only prayer you ever said was thank you,
that would be prayer enough for the rest of your life.
That would be prayer enough for the rest of your life.
Isn't that beautiful? If the only prayer you ever said was thank you,
if the only prayer you
enough for the rest of your life.
That will be fair enough for the rest of your life.
That's the whole phrase. And then we just sing thank you 100 million times. So, wow. There's dogs running around here. So, yeah, please join us as you feel moved or not. Bless you, Meister Eckhart and Barbara McAfee finding each other for that. This is our final song with you. Oh, just tonight, just tonight. And I also just want to say thank you for maybe stepping beyond fear and realizing that singing is such an integral part of life. Music is such an integral part of life. And the way that we connect in song. How many of you have seen that amazing video from Italy?
Yes.
All the houses are shut up and the streets are empty, but they're singing like crazy, and they can hear each other from the houses, and they're singing in harmony and they're singing the same songs. So they're having a huge party in their own homes, but everyone is singing the same songs. It's so beautiful. It's online if you want to have a look at it, because it just really speaks to the power of not staying in isolation. Not just like shutting ourselves down and saying, oh, you know, I guess I can't have fun now. And they're like wildly singing with each other into the empty spaces in the streets where, you know, nobody is. I would like to share a phrase with you that just came to me today that I think is so beautiful around this whole thing that is happening. People were talking about really being separated and feeling that. And then this phrase came. We suddenly ran out the door. It'll come back. Ah, thank you. So, spacious solidarity. Isn't that beautiful? Spacious solidarity. So we are still in solidarity, and they're spacious. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. I thought it was beautiful. So this final chant comes from this amazing, amazing being at Singing Alive named Lawrence Cole. He's an elder, approaching 80, writes extraordinary, extraordinary music, and is one of the most amazing images that I've ever seen in a male body, of how someone in a male body can be soft and strong, can be gentle and expansive. He is so loving and so compassionate, and also so big in what he brings to the world. And there haven't been many male role models like that in my life. And so I just really deeply bless him in his journey, in his pathway, and many of the men who are living in a different way now than what was taught us to be tough and macho. So I just want to acknowledge him in the path that he's walking. And this is one of the songs that came through him. It's called You and I. And it connects us to how we are all connected through the elements of the earth. We all drink the water from the earth. You and I drink this water. We all breathe this air from the earth. You and I breathe this air. We all walk this holy land. And we live here. We live. We don't just survive, we live. So this is the chant. It will loop many times if you feel like joining us. It's very, very gentle and soft. And so we're finishing the concert in an unusual way with not big, like a big hoopla, but coming into this really peaceful quietness. sacred.